Hey guys, welcome back to Buddy RC. My name is Clay, and today we're going to be doing a little recap of the Toledo show. I used to go to the Toledo show when I was a kid. I think I stopped going in like 2016, 2017, and I haven't been back since, and it has changed drastically. So fortunately, it kind of got shut down during COVID. Right after COVID, though, one of the guys said, we're going to get it back going, and it is thriving. This is a really cool show. This is a cool show because I used to go to it all the time when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved it. It's definitely really cool to see some of my old friends that used to come out to those trade shows, and then also see a whole bunch of new faces. So we're going to kind of do a quick recap of the show. I'm going to show you guys some footage from the show and how awesome it was. So let's jump into it. The first thing I want to show you guys is as soon as you walk in, they were nice enough to give us the tables right there to the right. And we had the 100-inch bighorn on display right at the front as soon as you walk in. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, we had a 4-table booth. So we actually put 2 tables in the center and did like our chargers on that and stuff. And then on the outside we did planes, helicopters, and then on the other side cars. And then we had Ben from FR Sky actually come sit in our booth. It's always nice to chat with him. He had all the new FR Sky controllers that they were showing off at the event. That was really cool to see some of the new stuff. It was really nice to talk to some of you guys. Thank you again for all of the kind words about the videos and about the show and everything with us. We really appreciate that. That does mean a lot, especially when customers come up and say, hey man, we appreciate the videos. So don't think that's not appreciated, because it really is. But yeah, during the show, I mean, we talked to a whole bunch of people. We had the M7 on display. A lot of people were interested in the M7. And of course we had like all my M4s there, my M4 Max, my M4, and M1. We had a whole bunch of stuff there. So it was really nice to talk to some people that have never seen them in person. They've only seen them online, and they kind of wanted to get a better idea of what they look like in person. So that was really cool. But after that, we went ahead and walked around the swap meet a little bit. So at the swap meet, I have found so many planes that I wanted to buy. It was insane. I ended up coming home with a 40 size Cub that I've been looking at for a long time. And there was a really nice example there, and I got it for really cheap, so that was awesome. But yeah, in the swap, this was only the first day too. So I went over and made an offer that they couldn't refuse, and I took it. But yeah, it's really cool to walk through and see some of the old planes that I used to fly as a kid. There was a extra, I think it's a Great Plains Extra, little 40 sized one that I used to run. Actually, I think it's a 46 size Extra. That little thing was awesome. That was my first ARF I ever built. That was pretty cool. But yeah, running through all the swap meet stuff, it was crazy to see some of the stuff that was out there. And insanely good deals, really cheap to really expensive. They had it all for sure. And then walking through the vendors portion of the event, it was really cool to see some of our people that we actually buy from. Like Zap was out there. There was a few others. Of course, FR Sky was out there. So it was really cool to kind of meet some of those people in person and talk with them. So that was actually pretty neat. But also we had all of our dealers out there. So the dealers that we had were TGK Connectors. They were actually right next to us. They have everything. If you're at a swap meet or at a show and you need something for RC, small parts wise, like connectors, servos, ESC motors, they have it all. It was pretty crazy. So I had to buy a few things because we were actually doing some flying with some of the planes from AJ Aircraft, which was another one of our dealers. And we wanted to thank them as well for, helping us. Me and Dan both bought some foam planes, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was AJ Aircraft was out there. They had a big display of all of our Falcon props. That was pretty cool. And of course, we got to meet the legend, Linda Jeske. No, I'm just kidding. She was super nice though. You'll see her in one of these videos waving. She was super nice. She deals with us a lot. Same with Tim Jeske and of course Andrew Jeske, so that was pretty nice. But we also had B&B Specialties there. They buy a lot of Falcon props from us and a lot of the MPI products. So it was really cool to see them having our products on display out there. There's probably a few others that I'm not even mentioning. We had Windcatcher out there as well. They had a ton of stuff on display. But like I said, there's probably a ton that I'm not mentioning because I did not have time to go through every single booth. These are just the ones on the main aisle that I saw. But there was definitely a lot of cool stuff there, so it was a really cool event, especially to meet some of these dealers face to face. So that was pretty cool. So besides dealers, we also had one of the people that helped me a lot from AMA, Erin Dobbs. She was over at the AMA booth, so it was really nice to see her always. So I'll put a little video in here. She was in the AMA booth. Yeah, she is a really, nice person, helps us out a ton with AMA Magazine. So if you ever see us in AMA Magazine, that's because of her. She has helped me a ton with that. So yeah, thank you, Erin. So the way the show was set up is the front, as soon as you walk in, is all the vendors with a couple of like swap people in that little area. There's a big wall, and there's the swap meet, which was huge, just as big, if not bigger, than the vendor spots. And then in the back, they had it indoor flying. I'm a huge indoor guy because I live in Ohio. We don't have the best weather ever. So normally in the wintertime, we find a gym to go flying, and it was really cool to actually do some indoor flying. I actually had to buy a plane from AJ Aircraft to go fly it. So it was pretty cool. So we actually had a few of our Buddy RC pilots out there doing some demos. It was pretty cool. So JC Zankel came out. A huge shout out to him with John Zankel, his dad, and his brother James Zankel. And then we had Rick Hayes out there, and we had John Zoldak. All of those guys came by the booth, helped people at the booth, and it's very much appreciated. So if you guys ever have any questions, hit them up. They're team members for a reason. They have really good personalities. They're really easy to talk to. So they're not going to shame you if you have a beginner question or something like that, but definitely hit them up if you guys have any questions about any of the Buddy RC products. So guys, thank you for everybody that came out and all the kind words that everybody was saying at the swap. We really appreciate all the support, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.